Hi guys, my name is Hope.
And I'm Samson.
Welcome to our YouTube channel, Hope for Samson. Today we want to talk to you about the joyful topic of pain.
Ouch. So today in my morning reading, our whole church is doing this Bible plan together. And so it happened to be Psalm 119. Verse 71 stuck out to me. It said, "My suffering was good for me, for it taught me to pay attention to your decrees." And so I was trying to think of the last time I thought to myself, oh, you know what? My suffering is really good for me. But the truth is, it's pretty rare for us to think of suffering as a good thing. And I think the tendency for us is to delay suffering for as long as possible. And the reality of life is, though, that suffering or pain is inevitable, right? If you're either in it or you're heading towards it. It's just part of life. And so I was thinking about suffering in terms of like something as simple as trying to lose weight and get healthy, right? So you can go and pursue suffering, go and pursue pain by going and working out and not eating what you want when you want, right? And eating the things that you hate because you have a goal in mind of losing weight and being healthy. Or you can delay that pain by eating whatever you want right now and not going to the gym and not taking care of yourself. And then when your health deteriorates and then you're suffering, then pain comes on at a different time. So either you can face pain head on or you can delay it and eventually have it meet you down the road somewhere else.
In larger doses.
Yes. And so as we talk about pain, the reality is when you pay off debt, if you're on this journey with us and you're figuring out, hey, how do I pay off my debt? How do I make smarter financial decisions so that I can have a healthy marriage, so that I can have a healthy family life? You're inevitably going to face pain.
Yes.
And we'd much rather you face that pain because you're doing something intentional like paying off debt rather than waiting for it to come on the back end. Man, when you find yourself really at the end of your rope, not really know what to do.
Making bad decisions based on your financial position.
Yeah. And so we actually outlined some areas so that you're definitely going to feel pain when you are paying off debt. So here's number one.
Embarrassment. So we all know that it can be very uncomfortable when all of your friends are going to do an activity, going out, going to see a movie, going to a fancy restaurant. They invite you. And if you're in this debt-free journey, you're going to have to say, inevitably, you're going to have to say no sometimes. And that can be a little hard. It can put you in a position of embarrassment. I know for me, before Samson and I got married, I was in a financial strait, and I had to purchase a 1994 Pontiac Bonneville. Get on your Bonneville and ride, Bonneville ride.
Whew, man, that was a clean car.
And we're not talking like back in 2004, okay? We're talking 5 years ago. I had to drive this car around. And showing up in that boat, driving that boat around, and a young woman in my 20s, I was not always proud of my vehicle, so.
She drove up to our first date, actually.
I did. Didn't make a great impression, so.
No, but we made it to a second date, so we're okay.
Barely.
So the second thing is delayed gratification. And so it's inevitable. You're going to face pain because you're waiting on wants and settling for needs. And that's a part of paying off debt. That's a part of being financially responsible. And so, for example, it actually has to do with a car again. Hope's car, actually her AC went out.
Cars are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
They're expensive.
While we were just starting on this journey of paying off debt.
And we live in Oklahoma, y'all. It's not like we live on a coast somewhere in San Diego where it's not a big deal if your car doesn't have AC. We're talking 105, 110 some days, like really, really toasty and humid outside. Awful.
Yes.
So what I would do, this is how committed we were during our debt-free journey, okay? I'd leave the hospital every day and bring in my ice packs, pack them full of ice, stick them under my armpits, and drive home like this. I'm not making that up. I don't think I could make that up. That's a true story. All summer long.
And to tell you, I felt so bad for her that after about like a year of doing that, the next summer, I was like, you know what? I'll drive the sweaty car. So I gave her my car, and then she drove my car and I drove her car.
Yes, because he loves me.
But here's how such a low pain tolerance I had. It's like after like a month of driving this car, I was like, I'm done. I'm not like.
I think it was your mom. Your mom said that you needed to drive that car for me.
I don't know if my mom said that, but
I'm pretty sure.
if she did, I would not be very happy with her. But no, here's what happened. I was driving to a meeting. It was an important meeting. I was meeting someone that was a critical thing. And so I get out of the car, and my back was so sweaty. I mean, I looked like a mess, and I had to go meet this very important person. And my back's sweaty and messy. And
Embarrassing.
And it was so embarrassing.
So here's what your mind can tell you during this process. It can tell you this is a need. There can be no negotiating this. I have to have AC in my car, right? So when you're in a position where you're $100,000 in debt, you can't tell yourself that you have that luxury. You really have to be honest about your position and be like, no, I am in a desperate situation, even though the culture around me tells me that I should be able to justify this purchase or justify spending this money in this way. In reality, we're trying to inform you that it is that desperate and you really need to humble yourself.
Yes. And so the reward, the payoff of that is that 8 months after we finish paying off our debt, we're able to go and get a car and actually buy an awesome used car for ourselves, cash.
Yes.
And I cannot tell you that it was like the biggest check I've ever had to write. And it was so scary, but it was one of the best feelings to know I wasn't signing a payment plan or a lease. Like this was my car at the end of this thing.
Yes. And what that did for us in a mental state was it made us decide, you know what, we're never going to get another car payment again. So if we can't pay cash for our vehicles, then we're just going to delay that gratification long enough for us to save enough money to make that purchase.
And the third factor of pain that's going to come as you pay off debt is that you will have to work more.
So I am a shift worker, I'm a nurse, and every once in a while in surgery, the schedule can lighten up towards the end of the day, and the manager will come out and be like, hey, who wants to go home early? It's really tempting to take up that offer instead of staying around, doing mundane tasks, finishing up for the day. But really, ultimately, during that whole 2-year process, I never took that opportunity to leave early. It's really important for you to finish out your workday and even pick up extra shifts when they're offered up, which can be really difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. And I picked up whatever video jobs I could on top of it, on top of working as a pastor. And so anything that we could do to bring in extra income so that we could put it towards paying off debt.
It cuts into your social life, but let me tell you, we didn't have much of a social life anyway because social lives cost money, and we just didn't have that luxury.
Now we're driving around with ice packs in our armpits.
Not a lot of people wanted to hang out with us because we were sweaty all the time.
So hey guys, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, but let me also say this. We want to hear about your crazy delayed gratification, pain, suffering story, so that we don't feel like we're the only crazy people. So
Please.
Comment below and tell us about your story of how you did something crazy in order to pay off debt. We'd love to hear that, or that you're doing right now. Okay.
Yes.
Hey guys, so as we end that video, we wanted to make a special announcement.
We've been telling you guys a lot about our little sweepstakes where you can comment or like to enter a free FPU class on us. So
that's right. So we have the winners.
Tonight we want to announce who won it.
That's right. And just so you guys know, our choosing selection, or what is it? Our choosing system, selection system, was totally impartial. We put names on a board, and Charlie picked. So he is totally responsible. Yeah. Okay, so our winners are, here's our 3 winners. Congratulations, Tabby Zervitz.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Zach Henthorn. And congratulations, Aaron Howley. You are our winners.
We'll get to see you guys in class.
All right, hey, and the class starts on the 2nd. We're doing something really special, okay? And here's what it is. If you decide to take the class and you do all 9 weeks, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make week 1 absolutely free. Okay, so you don't have to pay. First of all, you're not paying us anyways. You're paying Dave Ramsey. Okay.
We should make that.
Yeah,
we're not making any money.
Yeah. So you're gonna get week 1 absolutely free. So if you just want to try it out, come week 1, and it's absolutely free. But the second thing that we're doing is this. We had somebody amazing step in and offer something really generous. So here's what we can do. If you take all 9 weeks, you do all of it, then what we're gonna do is at the end of the course, we'll give you half your money back.
Yes.
Right? And so it's already, right now, it's actually $99. Okay, and so if you sign up right now, you pay $99. At the end of it, you get $50 back, and so you only pay $49. So we actually pay a little
We
more.
understand how it is when you're strapped for cash, and we know that even that extra $100, if it's going to a really worthy cause to save you lots of money, can be a lot to scrape together. So this is kind of our way of trying to help you guys out, so that you know that you have resources available to help you through this.
That's right. So sign up today. I'll have the link in the comments. It is $99 right now, okay? But if you do, you can come to the first class, which is this Wednesday at 7 o'clock at Norchurch. It's absolutely free for the first class. So come. Are you wiping a booger on me? All right, that's it. We gotta go. See you guys. Say bye.
Say bye-bye. Can you say bye?